All right, today is July 16th, 2015, and we're looking at the National Hurricane Center map. And we see that a new disturbance has been identified down here that is currently spinning off of the Central American countries here. Dolores is weakened slightly to a Category 2, 105 mile per hour winds. Central pressure is raised up a bit. Enrique has been destroyed by the transmitters, and so we'll show you that here right now. All right, so let's go take a look. This is the water vapor loop for the East Pacific, and this area here is being hit with a transmitter, and we see that the thunderstorm convection is slowly disappearing from the heat. The high pressure being applied from on top. They put a high pressure, very powerful hot air, high pressure down on top of these thunderstorms, and it just squashes them out, and the heat evaporates the water, and that's what we're seeing. Okay. Meantime, Dolores is moving to the northwest, and the moisture trail is bending off to the east because of the high pressure that they've built in over California. We'll take a look at that. You see some hot air being applied down here, which will be drawn into the core of this hurricane and weaken that. And that's no accident either. Okay, so let's move on to the, this is the visible loop, East Pacific. Not much to see there right now. Water vapor, this is the infrared loop. And we see there's not a whole lot left of Enrique. This eye is still pretty well defined, so we're going to keep a good eye on this and what they do next. All right, now let's go take a look at, this is the disturbance in the East Pacific, the far East Pacific Ocean, near Central America, Costa Rica, and all these little countries down here. All right, now right here is the center of rotation for this new disturbance. And we can see that the HAARP transmitters are hitting this area right here because of this, it's very dark right here. And that's dry air right here is where they're hitting with the transmitter. All right, now let's go look at this same thing in the infrared loop. And that downburst area is right here. We see a big void. Okay. And by the way, this is being hit with a transmitter. We'll get to see that in a second. There's a big ring where they destroy that storm. It was feeding right into the circulation pattern here. So let's go take a quick look right now at the visible light mode for this far East Pacific. And we see that this area of landmass is where we were just looking. There's a right here is where the shock wave is taking place, where the HAARP transmitter is hitting right here. Let me go back again and prep this properly. Okay, here's the landmass right here. And this is where the heat is being applied from the transmitter. Right here. That little arch. So now let's go back and look at the visible light mode. And we see evidence here of a downburst. We see some shock waves traveling through that one cloud. Okay, right here, a blast pattern right there. Okay, so that's what happened there. They're hitting this area. Now over here, same thing. This thunderstorm is convecting up to around 40,000 feet. These thunderheads, and look what's happening here. You see a big shock wave. And shortly thereafter, the whole thing is just goes away. And we can see clearly the shock wave pattern right here. All right. Okay, so now let's move on to the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop. This area of high pressure has been built out over the last 2 days. And what's happening here is this moisture flow is dead ending right here at the Oregon and California border, And that's done deliberately. That's no coincidence. They are preventing this flow from coming down into California. And of course, this high pressure installation here also serves to move this moisture flow from the hurricane downwind to the east. That's no coincidence either. The name of the game is to keep the rain out of California, and that's what's happening. We're seeing a little bit of thunderstorm activity right here around Lake Tahoe, Nevada border, right there. And that's great. You know, we need rain, but we need some real saturating rain after 4 years. In an earlier video, I had mentioned we'd had about 10 inches of rain over the last 4 years. Well, I meant to say it was 10 inches every year. So over the last 4 years, we've had between actually about 6 3/4 inches and 10 inches of rain over the last 4 years. So I just wanted to correct that. All right, so basically they've just added more pressure. They've built this out very much so to prevent any moisture from coming into California and the West. And that's basically it. There's not much more to say, except we'll keep an eye on that Dolores, because my guess is they're going to blow that apart here in the next day or two. We'll just keep an eye on that. Let's go ahead and scroll through here. We got the southwest water vapor loop, and real strong pattern heading to the northeast here. All this high pressure is dominating. Okay, and same thing here. That's just the rainbow loop. And we have some pressure maps. 300 millibar, 30,000 feet. Got a broad area of high pressure indicated here, right next to a low pressure. So that's interesting. They've prepped the area for that hurricane. And here we have the sea level pressure. There's more pressure gradients here. So this is a strong storm, and this should be bringing rain to the southwest. And we got a high here indicated. That's been installed, and that's keeping all this flow, as we were showing. It bends here at the California border. Some of these maps are not accurate, but I'm just showing it anyway, just to show you what they're putting out. That is the broader national pressure map for 30,000 feet, 300 millibar. Okay, and here is the, this is the wide shot for the Pacific, which is not working out too well. There it is. Okay, so basically that's it. We'll do another one of these later. We'll keep an eye on that Hurricane Dolores and also that disturbance down near Costa Rica. Okay, that's it.